Angelina Jolie accuses Brad Pitt of what? Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how Angelina Jolie accuses Brad Pitt of what? Let's get right into it. Angelina Jolie, an American actress and director known for her sex appeal and edginess, as well as her humanitarian work, has responded to Brad Pitt's lawsuit over the wine company they previously co-owned, airing some shocking news claims against her ex-husband involving their 2016 plane incident. Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt more than 6 years ago, but new troubling allegations about Brad Pitt's behavior have only recently surfaced. Jolie has filed a new complaint against Pitt in connection with a legal dispute over their wine company in which she describes Pitt's physical abuse of her and their children. According to the countersuit, on a private flight from Nice, France to the United States in September 26, Pitt choked one of the children and struck another in the face, and grabbed Jolie by the head and shook her. The complaint also claims that Pitt poured beer on Jolie and red wine on the children, according to the New York Times. The actor filed papers in Los Angeles in a cross-complaint as part of an ongoing legal battle over the French winery the A-list former couple once co-owned. Lawyers for Jolie claim that negotiations to sell her share of Chateau Miraval to Pitt fell through due to his demand that she sign a non-disclosure agreement that would have contractually prohibited her from speaking outside of court about Pitt's physical and emotional abuse of her and their children. The new filing reads, when one of the children verbally defended Jolie, Pitt lunged at his own child and Jolie grabbed him from behind to stop him. To get Jolie off his back, Pitt threw himself backwards into the airplane seats, injuring Jolie's back and elbow. The children rushed in and all bravely tried to protect each other. Before it was over, Pitt choked one of the children and struck another in the face. Some of the children pleaded with Pitt to stop. They were all frightened. A redacted FBI report on the case was obtained by several news outlets this summer states that an agent provided the U.S. Attorney's Office with copies of a probable cause statement related to this incident. The report said, after reviewing the document, a representative of the United States Attorney's Office discussed the merits of this investigation with the case agent. The report then added it was agreed by all parties that criminal charges in this case would not be pursued due to several factors. According to the report, Jolie was conflicted on whether or not to support the charges related to Pitt's behavior on the flight. According to Puck News, Jolie attempted to obtain a copy of the FBI's report as an anonymous plaintiff in a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit in August. It was unclear whether the allegations of choking or striking two of their children were included in the heavily redacted report. The filing reads, Jolie has gone to great lengths to try to shield their children from reliving the pain Pitt inflicted on the family that day. It then added, but when Pitt filed this lawsuit seeking to reassert control over Jolie's financial life and compel her to rejoin her ex-husband as a frozen out-of-business partner, Pitt forced Jolie to publicly defend herself on these issues for the first time. Jolie's former company, now owned by the Stoli Group, countersued Pitt in September, disputing his claim that the sale was a hostile takeover. According to Jolie's separate countersuit, there was no mutual understanding as described by Pitt, and he had actually rejected the idea of a plan in case the couple divorced. Both parties, who bought Chateau Miraval in 2008 and married there in 2014, told different stories about how the sale fell through. Pitt claims Jolie walked out of talks after a judge ruled against her in their long-running custody battle, prompting her sale to the Stoli Group. According to The Guardian, Jolie claims Pitt backed out after she refused to agree to this non-disparagement clause. During the investigation, Jolie submitted photographs of injuries she claimed she sustained during the incident, which tabloids later obtained. Despite this, the FBI stated that it found no evidence of wrongdoing on Pitt's part. It was agreed by all parties that criminal charges in this case would not be pursued due to several factors, the organization stated. Pitt and Jolie met in 2005 while co-starring in the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Pitt was still married to Friends star Jennifer Aniston at the time of filming. For years, the couple dominated tabloid headlines before finally marrying in 2014. Jolie and Pitt have been embroiled in a series of legal squabbles and custody battles since filing for divorce in 2016. Their split has been shrouded in mystery, with battles waged in the process. Pitt told GQ in 2016 that he had stopped drinking after the allegations about his drinking and alleged abusive behavior surfaced. In 2018, Jolie filed a legal complaint against Pitt, accusing him of failing to pay meaningful child support. They were granted dissolution of their marriage in 2019. Jolie and Pitt have spent much of 2022 arguing over their joint ownership of the Chateau Miraval vineyard. One of the conditions during Jolie and Pitt's negotiations, according to Jolie's lawyers, was that he wanted her to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which would have prevented her from speaking about his alleged abusive behavior. They are also still fighting over custody of 4 of their 6 children, Zahara, Shiloh, and twins Vivian and Knox, all of whom are under the age of 18. Pitt recently lamented heartbreak on the cover of British GQ in June. Pitt and his lawyers have yet to respond to Jolie's newly filed complaint. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.